Well, we had a winter wonderland roll in last night. It's not snow, it's just all ice. And still cold. It is 27, 28 degrees. I know that's not cold for some of y'all, but for me it is. I'm about to freeze to death. Got it down to 20 last night. Usually have quite a few ducks this time of year out on the pond, migratory. But I heard one of them say yesterday, "Are you sure we went far enough south?" And the other one said, "I'm not sure at all." I think whoever was flying point for them was a quack. Anyway, it is cold. Let me just, goodness. It's just not white around here very often. Let me show you the blackberries and some of the apple trees and stuff. I've got a lot of blooms and I'm afraid this is going to be a problem. Let me start with the onions. I planted these. I'll show you a video on how to plant onions. But ice and cold temperature can kill young onion plants. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. These were looking good. I planted them probably a week or so ago and covered them up with about an inch of compost, which may have saved them because it may have insulated them somewhat. You know, onions don't mind cold weather. They're not like they're going to get bit by frost or anything like that. But if it gets real cold and we got 20 and ice and such, I'm not sure. I've lost them before, so we'll find out. These the ice may have insulated them some. We're going to find out. I'll know in a day or two. It'll melt tomorrow, and I'll see how they look. But they get real slimy as if you put them in the freezer sometimes if it gets real cold. They can handle upper 20s, even mid 20s, but when you put ice in the mix and go down to 20, not sure. So we'll find out. Let's look at something else. Several varieties of my apple trees were in bloom. Some of them haven't opened up, and they may be okay. And somebody with more experience with this, like Prof. Kent or Trout Fish, can tell me a little bit better about it, probably. But these, the ones that had already started making little apples that had bloomed. Well, I got about 26 degrees last week, and it killed a bunch of them. I could tell. So I don't know. I can say this is a Einsheimer, and it was not full bloom, but pretty dang close. I've still got a few that haven't opened up, and maybe they'll be okay. Maybe I'll get a few apples. My pear trees have not bloomed at all. They're wanting to, but they have not opened. Now, will this do those buds in? I don't know. Will it kill them? I didn't get any pears last year, or maybe a dozen pears off 3 trees, simply because I had a late freeze that killed the little bitty baby pears that were already on it in about mid-March. So this is not like it's supposed to be around here in March. Kind of strange. I did feed my bees the other day. I was wondering if I was going to have any limbs crack and break. That cedar's got a bunch that are falling down. So I'll have a few to pick up there. I got a lot of cedars, so that may be the norm all the way across the place. Not sure. But I did feed the bees the other day, so a couple of days ago, in anticipation of the cold weather, so they should be good. I think they had plenty of food anyway, but anyway, just about to trim the grapevines and to prune the grapevines, so we'll see. But let me go show you the blackberries. Well, here's the blackberries. They look well. Some of those were starting to sprout new growth. Whether you can see that or not. There's some new growth. Quite a bit of new growth. So You know, I think it's okay though. It doesn't seem to bother the leaves at all. Cold weather, they'll turn purple. Some of them won't. These are leaves. These are last year's leaves. They're just as green as it can be. And we've had, I think, a pretty cold winter. So, but this gives you an idea of what your blackberries should look like, at least in the south, in our winters. Now they may completely lose their leaves up north in the colder winter. And these are the primocanes. The floricanes over there, that's Arapaho, and over there is Ouachita. They have lost almost all their leaves. They've kept a few, but the few they've got on there are purple. So this may be indicative of just the primocane, that they keep their leaves pretty much year round. Good to see smoke coming out the chimney. I tell you what, that little Drolet stove kept us warm as toast last night. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, search on my channel for a stove or Drolet, D-R-O-L-E-T. I did a review on a couple of them, a couple of reviews on it, cleaning it, and what I thought of it. I'm tickled with it. Did a great job. Need to go put some more wood on it, but I threw about 6:30 this morning, threw a couple of logs on it, and I just now put some more on it at about 12:30 this afternoon. So 6 hours, and it kept the house within 2 degrees of where it was. Actually, it brought it up a couple degrees. It was 66 when I put the logs on it this morning. Brought it up to about 68, 69, and held for 4, 5, 6 hours. So I just with 2 logs. I'm tickled to death with the little stove. These are the blackberries. And like I say, my apples have bloomed and blossomed. I'll show you one more apple tree. And while I'm at it, let me just a word to you northerners. I don't get it. I don't see how you do it. Typically, I've got a hose end waterer for my chickens, and when I see it's going to get below 30, below freezing, then I turn off my well and drain it, and then I'll put out this 5-gallon water. And this froze solid. How do y'all that go down to 0 and below 0 and stay there for 2 or 3 days or a week or 2, never coming above freezing? How do y'all water your chickens? How do you not have frozen eggs? I don't get it. I brought a gallon of water out here to water them. I was just gonna pour it in that one, and it's froze solid up to the top, so I went and got my little one. That's a 1-gallon water, which does a great job. I use it to water, to feed bees, or to water chickens when I have to, or if I'm raising some young ones, I might put it in their brooder with them. But I just, man, I don't see how y'all do it. I hate this. You know, people say, well, we like to have 4 seasons. Don't this look like 4 seasons to you? It's cold. I think we got a winter here, so we get 4 seasons. Some places may not. California may not, but we get us 4 seasons. But I just don't see how you do it. I honestly don't. I can't stand this. I know when it says it's 110 in Texas, y'all say I don't see how you can stand it, but man, I can take off a bunch of clothes, but I can't put on enough to stay warm in this. Now, off to the apple. Okay, this is another Einsheimer, and hopefully the ice protected them somewhat, but I would imagine all these blooms I'm going to lose that fruit, and hopefully things like that you know, that haven't broke the bloom yet, hopefully they will make an apple or 2. I just don't know. I may lose the whole apple crop then again this year. I probably didn't get 2 or 3 last year. Apples, not bushels. So anyway, just look around. This is East Texas, and it looks like northern Minnesota to me. And this is ice, not snow. That is sleet. Started yesterday afternoon. Thought you might want to look around and see that Oh, he hates him a diesel truck. He'll go down there and run at a diesel every time one of them get half a mile from the house. He can hear him coming. He'll run down there. Come on, Cimarron. Come on. Come here. That ice ain't bothering him a bit. Okay, I think I'm done now. You've seen enough. My hand's cold. I'm going in the house. We're gone.